Square Enix. Don't Nod Entertainment. Welcome to Life is Strange, the adventure game where you choose the outcome by Square Enix. I've played the first chapter of this when it first came out, got it in a Christmas sale, absolutely loved it, bought the season pass, and I've waited till all 5 chapters were out before actually trying to do a full playthrough. I'm going to try and run through without undoing any of my decisions, so whatever I choose, I'm going to go with it, see how it goes, even if it gives an absolutely horrible outcome, just see where my decisions would actually take me. I hope you enjoy this. Life is Strange is a story-based game that features player choice. The consequences of all your in-game actions and decisions will impact the past, present, and future. Choose wisely. All began on a stormy night. One young girl caught out in the rain.
Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there.
As usual, Square Enix has produced an absolutely beautiful game. Even though on the current settings it's a little cartoony, like a hair looks a little flat, it's still really beautiful. Attention to detail, the little swirling leaves, the way she reacts to the wind, the lightning. I love it! It's so pretty. But we've got to hit the lighthouse, so why am I here? Quite say that that's normal. It's like
Come on, Max. You can make it.
That's right, Max. It's not Max. So the girl's name is Max.
Holy shit.
Which?
That was so surreal.
Famously called film Little Pieces of Time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's cool. I am okay.
From light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in black and
I didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right? And frankly, it's bullshit. Shh, 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 shh. Keep that to yourself.
You're a bad teacher.
Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. And any one of you could do that to me. Isn't that too easy? Too obvious? What if Arbus chose to capture people at the height of their beauty or innocence? She had a brilliant eye, so she could have taken another approach.
So I'm a good student.
I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of her work. I prefer Robert Frank.
Me too, Victoria. He captured the essence of post-war beat America, and there was honesty about the economic conditions of the era, but a beauty in the struggle. You don't have beauty without a beat, which explains why Frank was Kerouac's photographic muse, and both were the great chroniclers of the 1950s. Well, we've all seen that iconic shot of Kerouac on the balcony, and if you haven't, shame, shame. Capturing the romantic urban solitude of the 20th century poet. You dig? Now, contrast Frank's stark Americana with Salvador Dali's surrealist photographs. Like Cocteau, he was a true Renaissance man, and his famous self-portraits are famous early examples of that truly awful word you pesky kids love so much. The selfie. And it's a great tradition, and I wholeheartedly fight for your right to self-expression. Or selfie expression. Sorry.
Oh, you're so
I know.
funny.
So if anybody wants to question the portrait as modern narcissism, they could go back hundreds of years to blame society. Speaking of questions, I bet you thought I'd talk all the way until the bell rang.
Yes, I did.
It's your turn to lecture us. Now, based on the chapters I have no doubt you all memorized, who can tell me the name of the actual process that led to the birth of the self-portrait? Anybody? This does not bode well.
So I've been listening the whole time. I'm a good student. Like, not looking at stuff, but... let's look now. No one's talking. Look.
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson? I can hear the class laughing at me now.
So this is her self-portrait photo. Ooh, let's look at the pen.
Just jump right in with an answer.
Nope, I'm looking at stuff.
I can't believe I still have this pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st century.
It's cute.
But I like it old school. I haven't kept up with my journal as much as I should.
This was in the chapters you read.
I didn't read it.
If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
October 1st. October, my favourite month. The best weather of the year. I love watching the leaves change colour, turning into tiny flames. But it's still too damn hot, thanks global warming. And I can't bust out the big coats and sweaters or scary movies yet. Soon. Kate's let me borrow The October Country by Ray Bradbury. I haven't read much by him, which caused Warren to almost revoke my geek cred before I held up my copy of Battle Royale. That's a good film, but he nails the autumn atmosphere of small towns. The last time I wore a Halloween costume was with Chloe. I have pictures in one of my old albums. I should find a real Halloween party to crash so I can experience some social mingling. Oh, so she's like a recluse with no social skills. That sounds like me. It's that or a Vortex Club Stroke Fest swimming party. Or is that Backstroke Fest? You so punny, Max. At least I'm trying to climb out of my cocoon. I shouldn't expect my life to completely change after a few weeks at Blackwell Academy. As my parents love telling me on a loop, you have all the time in the world. Okay, well, seeing as time seems to have stopped while I'm reading this, let's have a look at some of the pages. Ooh, so you can go back pages. September 30th, I don't know whether I love it or hate it here. I'm trying to keep up with my science class of all things. Like I give a bleep, I don't swear, I'm sorry, or even understand it. Good thing I know Warren. Too bad I can't clone him to take my place in class. Miss Grant is much cooler than the class. She explains particle physics so even boneheads like me can kinda understand it. I love how she relates society to science and vice versa. I can tell she's committed and passionate about life. Unlike some of us in her class, but I'm trying to engage more, even if it means asking actual questions in class instead of hiding in the back. I'm just glad I'm not the only social misfit here. Now, how much homework are you avoiding? None? I actually do my homework. Alright, September 23rd. Finally had a chance to take some actual shots around campus today. A perfect blue sky day. I always forget how great I feel after I take pictures when I've been slacking off. Speaking of pictures, Mr. Jefferson told us about the National Everyday Heroes photo contest he wants us all to enter. The winner gets a trip to San Francisco and lots of publicity. He wants just one photograph from each student. This is exactly why I wanted to come to Blackwell, and of course I'm scared bleepless to enter. At least I have a couple of weeks before the deadline in October, so I have plenty of time to stress and procrastinate. Sigh. See, I'd be correcting your grammar there. It's a couple of weeks. And your language, highly inappropriate. Although it's a personal journal. So I'll let it slip. But that's what her photo's for, is for this Everyday Heroes competition. September 15th. Homework is kicking my ass. That's not technically swearing. I bet the teachers grade harder just to stop you from feeling special. But Victoria Chase and her snob minions still front like their honoured guests at Blackwell. The pros here aren't that different. Nathan Prescott is Victoria's male clone, with way more money and attitude, if that's possible. His family's the oldest in Arcadia Bay, and I heard stories about them when I was a kid. The Prescotts give a bleep load of bank to Blackwell, so Nathan acts like he literally owns the school. Yesterday during class, he put his feet on the desk, started texting, and the teacher didn't say jack. I'd get suspended, but him and Victoria are part of the silly elite Vortex Club that puts on popular parties, and so they get their way. It's good to be the king and queen. I don't want to slam everybody. I do like Kate Marsh. She's down the hall and in one of my classes. She's so pretty and sweet and friendly. It makes her more beautiful than the biatches here like Victoria, who think beauty is just your face and outfit. See? I'm already playing the drama games. No more! This girl writes a lot. September 4th. I have an ass load of homework already. So much bleep. At least give us noobs a day to acclimate. But to prove I'm not a total loser, I made a new friend in my science class. His name is Warren Graham, and he's a serious geek. Plus, he's dark and witty. He comes across as kind of a know-it-all, but it turns out he does kind of know a lot. We talked about photographers, and he actually named a few I've never heard of. We traded numbers, and he'll be a good study partner. Or a good friend. I'll need at least one based on the click action here. I thought being 18 meant I didn't have to deal with this teenage drama anymore. I thought. She thinks. This is a good thing for an 18-year-old. At least I get to research famous photographers for some of my homework. Mr. Jefferson assigned us a ton of reading, but this is actually what I want to study. Jefferson is super cool and super chill. There's no Netflix involved there. He doesn't try to be too hip, just says what he thinks and expects us to as well. I think he's a genius. Oh my... OMG, I want to marry him! Just joking. This one class is worth all the social dysfunction. September 3rd. Blackwell sucks ass. She keeps saying this a lot. I told myself not to whine so soon, but damn. The day started like Christmas morning. I barely had any dreams because I was so pumped to start my first official day of my new life. Like a dork, I couldn't figure out what to wear, so I chose what was on the floor. I'm not good with names and faces right away, but I picked up some names like Kate Brookdale, or is it Lisa? Is that like all of them at once? Okay. Oh, that's a really long name for someone. How could I forget Victoria Chase? Rich, stylish, entitled. I could feel instant judgment when she looked at my raggedy-ass clothes. As if I'm at Blackwell to strike fashion poses. Maybe I'm being extra crispy sensitive, but I think Victoria wants life here to be like her own reality show. Ugh. So that wasn't fun, along with my general social unease. I thought it'd be easier being back. Call the ambulance. I don't want this day to end all. Woe is Max. It was incredible to walk across the green campus in the morning mist. I love the stone steps and brick walls of Blackwell. Everything's a picture waiting to be taken. Speaking of, at least one great thing did happen today. Mr. Jefferson's photography class. Sigh. There's more to tell, but journal, forgive me, I am truly wiped out. Step it back to September 2nd, 2013, 12:07 AM. My first entry from my new dorm room the night before my first day at Blackwell. Phew! I haven't had any time to write or even take pictures since I got here. My bleep is in boxes all over the room, which is small, but mine, and I never want to leave. I can't wait to decorate. I plan a whole wall of photos. I did meet some of my dorm mates, though I suck at remembering names, so I won't bother right now. But I think I can already see who's going to be cool to me and who's not. It's a bitch trying to get settled into a new school and social scene after I've finally found good friends in Seattle. But I'm here now, and this is the start of my new life. Sweet dreams. Link. August 25th. Bleep is crazy here. I didn't realize how much bleep I had to pack until I had to pack all my bleep. Mom and Dad are getting a little too excited. I'm clearing out my room, though I caught Mom crying when she was packing my shirts. That made me want to cry like a little girl and never leave Seattle. So instead of packing, I feel like burning all my clothes, then just raiding a thrift store to build up a new Max wardrobe over my junior year. Not that I even have an old Max wardrobe. No one will know me except for Chloe, and who knows how different we are now. So I can cut my hair, get a tat and some piercings, maybe date a cute foreign exchange artiste from Paris or Rome, and could do anything, unless I get busted. And there'll be so many super cool chances for my photography to get exposed. Thinking about that is when I get scared, but excited, and then I don't feel like crying at all. I get tingles down my arms, sensing the universe opening up for me. I can't wait to leave. I just want things to be different at Blackwell. August 18th. So this is it. I'm leaving Seattle to go back to Arcadia Bay. Usually people go to high school closest to home. I suppose I am too. It's just I haven't lived there for 5 years. Of all the best photography programs in the world, I choose to go to the smallest. Back in a town I was excited about leaving. Maybe I wanted to come back all along just to see if Chloe and I are still even friends. But I do wish Chloe would have moved with us to Seattle. That city was made for her. When we could play pirates in our rooms and in the woods, it seemed like Seattle was that fabled faraway island of treasure and adventure that we were always seeking with coffee shops. But Seattle wasn't like a fable. Au contraire. Now Blackwell Academy seems more exotic to me than any other place in the world. To study photography under Mark Jefferson. Sigh, insert hearts and flowers. Plus there will be cool, diverse students from everywhere. It won't be like my high school now. I never really found a groove with my classmates. Or boys. I'm lucky I have a couple great friends here. It's a couple of great friends. She really needs to learn English. But it's time to ship out. So maybe Arcadia Bay will actually turn out to be the island of treasure and adventure I've been looking for. July 10th, 2013. I got accepted into Blackwell Academy. If words could dance, this would be a rave. Even though I've never been to one. But who cares, because I got into Blackwell Academy! I don't think I would be so excited since it's not like I didn't used to live in the same town, but when I saw the text from Blackwell Scholarship Office, I could literally feel my pulse speed up. I thought it was going to say, sorry, thanks for playing. It took me a few seconds before I read the whole thing. I guess I wanted to enjoy that last moment of blissful ignorance. And when I saw the first word, congratulations, I think I screamed. My mom cried, my dad laughed. They're so weird. But they're happy, and this means extra financial support, because they don't have to pay anything at Blackwell. This means new clothes, and if I work it, a new laptop. Oh, and I have to keep telling myself in caps that I am going to Blackwell Academy. So that's where I am. Okay, very long journal. Yeah. Let's see what else she keeps in here, though. Photographs of Max. Oh god, she keeps profiles of like everyone in here. My name is Max Caulfield, and ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a photographer. I've always seen the world through my own lens finder. Maybe it's a way for me to be part of the world. But at safe distance, for some reason, I was always drawn to old analog camera gear rather than digital tech. I love all kinds of styles and techniques, but for me, the instant camera selfie is the one I love most. I don't care if people make fun of me or not. I'm in great company, right? And now I've come all the way back to my childhood home to study photography at Blackwell Academy, a private school for 12th grade seniors. On a scholarship even. I originally left behind Chloe, my best friend forever, at least until I left without talking to her once in 5 years. And it feels so weird to be back here without seeing her yet. I'm 18 now, an official adult, even though I don't always feel so wise or mature, and I'm ready to begin a whole new life here with retro camera at my side. Say cheese. Let's keep going. Not only is Mark Jefferson one of the best photographers in the world, he's also my teacher. One of the reasons I wanted to come to Blackwell. How often do you get to be mentored by one of your inspirations? I've always loved his deco and goth style, and he's so versatile with all of his incredible print and advertising work. Still, Jefferson can be a bit condescending. He's pretty hip for his age, but kinda aloof, and sometimes pretentious. He has this smug smile when he thinks he's right. But I do think he's preparing us for how tough it is to be a full-time artist. He acts like he understands my own work and obsession with analog images. He really wants me to enter a photo in this Everyday Heroes contest, but I've done a good job of avoiding that. The winner gets to fly to San Francisco to represent Blackwell Academy and get national exposure. I'd like to think my work could be good enough to win, and I'm honoured Jefferson even bugs me about the contest. I've forgotten if I've ever seen Kate Marsh smile or laugh in the past month. She's really sweet and nice, even though the other students make fun of her abstinence campaign. Even if they act immature, everyone at Blackwell are seniors, not high school freshmen. She gets a lot of bleep, in fact. I know she's involved in a lot of religious groups, but she doesn't preach to me, so I don't care. But she's been extra quiet and introverted the past couple of weeks. Doesn't make sense saying past couple weeks. Past 2 weeks? The past couple of weeks. It's a couple of. Ugh. She looks like she's in zombie mode. I wish I could help her, but I can barely help myself. I wonder if all that bullying has worn her down. I can see how it would. I have to make an effort to talk to her more often. Maybe invite her to tea or a movie. Although she's an adult, I bet she's not allowed to watch R-rated films. Aww. Okay. Well, then there's Victoria Chase, the elite of Blackwell Academy, and a total bitch. And I hate saying that. I just don't know why someone who's so rich and beautiful needs to be so bleeping mean. 18 years old at a prestigious academy should be evolving into artists and scholars, not reality show contestants. Victoria does everything for maximum drama. She actually wastes her time calling me out in class and taunting Kate Marsh. For reals? I wish her parents could see her in action. They'd cut off that trust fund fast. Then again, she's in the Vortex Club, and they seem to own the school, so maybe that's why she doesn't give a bleep. The language, honestly. The odd thing is that she does know art and photography. She can even say all those French names that break my tongue. Her work is a little cold, but she has a good eye. She also has an eye for Mr. Jefferson, which is so obvious that I'm embarrassed for her. She does everything but sit in his lap. He keeps his distance, though. We can all tell she's trying to win that Everyday Heroes contest. I'm sure it drives her crazy that there's someone she can't buy or seduce. Ah! Okay, so we've looked through all of those. Any photos? Episode 1, Chrysalis. I think that's... Was that like a movie? Oh, no. Okay, so in the photo section, there's specific types of photos that you try and get. So there's like 10 photographs, different things or events that are going to happen in the first chapter. And then this one is just pictures and folders of stuff that I've already seen. Okay, so in Blackwell Academy, that's the only photo I've found so far. Okay. Text messages. Oh, hello, Dad. For a very special 18th birthday, you're an adult now, but you're still a little girl. Check your account, don't blow it all at once. Aw, thanks, Dad. Kate. Oh, right. Hey, Max, you around? Always. You okay? Did you want to get tea later today? Absolutely, I'll be free after 4. TTYL. Mom. Happy birthday, Maxine. We can't believe it's been 18 whole years since you were brought to us. XO. Oh, hugs and kisses. Warren. Scrolls up. Do you want to meet for coffee after school? I need an excuse to not study. Please. Make sure you check out Necromantic on my flash drive. Hey, Mad Max, let's bust bleep up. Wait, I have to study for physics tests, so if we bust anything, we also have to measure its velocity. Don't ignore this message. So he just spams her. Awesome. Okay. I've read everything of hers now. I know your entire life, Max. You're still waiting for an answer. Camera. Look at the camera.
I do love my analog camera. I should take a quick picture now.
Nope, you shouldn't.
You did read the chapter.
My little camera bag is battered, but still kicking. I
All
should
right.
take a picture to prove I'm still here. Plus, it's perfect for my portfolio.
Okay.
And I have to get my daily selfie quota.
Okay, selfie.
Your silence is deafening. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art and photography for as long as it's been around. Now, Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
You waited forever. Now you're picking on me? Okay. I did know. You're asking. I did know. I think I did know because I've played this before and I used to know, but I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows their stuff?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria. The Daguerrean process brought out fine detail in people's faces, making them extremely popular from the 1800s onward. The first American daguerreotype self-portrait was done by Robert Cornelius. You can find out all about him in your textbook, or even online. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
Okay. Well, having read through everything to do with Max's life.
Victoria doesn't waste a second kissing ass.
Oh, shush. It's time to call us for a break. Hopefully I can save here, and I'll catch you guys next time.